Moses joining me on the desk. Now, a fantastic day for some up-and-coming, budding pro hockey players, especially for those on the Lloydminster Universal Heat. It was draft day today for the WHL.
And it's an exciting time, especially seeing these young kids grow up. And, you might find a future NHLer or two coming out of the area. And you know what? It was a great day for the Lloydminster Heat. They had 6 players' names were called at this year's Western Hockey League Bantam Draft. Now, the consensus pick was Tyler Benson from Edmonton SSAC, who went to the Vancouver Giants. 5 spots later, the Brandon Wheat Kings picked defenseman Cale Clegg, 6th overall. Clegg becoming the highest Lloydminster Bantam draftee since Scott Hartnell. Heat leading scorer Mason Shaw goes 32nd overall to the Medicine Hat Tigers. The 34th pick went to the Swift Current Broncos, who drafted winger Cole Johnson, who led the team with 40 goals. Austin McGrath was next up at 76, drafted by Medicine Hat, joining Shaw. The Kootenay Ice draft defenseman Dallas Hines, while another D-man, Dalton Engletwit, was selected by the Swift Current Broncos. We caught up with Wheat Kings general manager Kelly McCrimmon about the highly touted D-man Cale Clegg. The Brandon Wheat Kings had 2 of the top 10 picks in this year's Bantam draft, with the original pick in 4th and the 6th overall pick acquired in a trade. And with the 6th overall pick, general manager Kelly McCrimmon saw that the Lloyd Universal Heat defenseman Cale Clegg was still on the board. For McCrimmon, it was a no-brainer who his next pick was.
We breathed a sigh of relief when the 5th choice was made and Cale was still going to be available to us. And no, it was tremendous day for our organization being able to add Cale.
McCrimmon is familiar with finding defensive talent from the border city. He coached Wade Redden during his time in Brandon and sees similarities between the two.
And he made the game tremendously easy, and just at the end of the night, rarely had made any mistakes. He generated offense by making a good first pass all the time, and I think that Cale has a lot of those same characteristics. I did kid him when I was in St. Louis that he might lose the title of being the best defenseman to come out of Lloydminster.
Clegg caught the attention of Wheat Kings alum and current Boston Bruins defenseman, who had a few words of praise for the young talent.
I'm sure they're excited to have him as a Wheat King. I know I'm excited too. I'm still proud of my alumni there, so hopefully he goes and does really well and has some fun.
McCrimmon says the sky's the limit for Clegg and could be a star if he continues to develop.
Most recently at Alberta Cup, I thought he really separated himself. Understanding of the game, I think, are things that are tough to teach, that he's born with and has developed.
As we told you earlier in the cast, 6 members of the Lloydminster Universal Heat were selected in today's WHL Bantam Draft. Going 6th overall was defenseman Cale Clegg, who chats with Matt Schumont in this week's Superstar Next Door.
May 2nd is a day Cale Clegg will never forget. Selected 6th overall by the Brandon Wheat Kings at the WHL Bantam Draft, Cale is excited to don the black and yellow.
After I heard my name get called 6th, it's a pretty exciting feeling knowing that someone has the faith in you to pick you, and yeah, just all around great feeling, and I'm very proud and very honored that I got chosen by Brandon.
Cale was projected to be a top 3 pick. Although he was picked 6th overall, he was a bit nervous but was confident his name would come up soon.
Just stayed calm, and I'm glad that everything worked out how it did, and I'm really excited for the opportunity that I'm going to get, and just keep working hard, and it doesn't really matter where you go in the draft, it's all about the work after the draft. So
the Wheaties will be in no rush to push the young defenseman to the WHL. Clegg says he'll be working hard during the offseason and hopes to have a successful midget campaign.
Probably just going to work out with Cujo again, local guy, and starting up like next week or whatever, and work out with him all summer and a few camps in the summer and then get back at it.
Matt Schumont, Newcap Sports.